Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. You have a Houston rapper, Cartel Bo, is in the media. Basically for outing his girlfriend. He outs his girlfriend, well, his baby mom's. Her name is, or IG name, Trill Cell de Blanco. So essentially what took place, and you know what, I'll say this first. I believe another popular Houston rapper, Beat King, he passes away due to some medical condition. And then here you have Cartel Bo, another Houston rapper. Not too recently, I believe of this year, he was actually in the hospital for some type of health issue, and he had to undergo surgery, of course, but I believe everything worked out well. And stemming from that, I'm not too sure if there was any issues stemming from that, because I believe right before he's going into surgery, he had a video that he posted, and basically he was talking about creating or having money for your kids and not really spending it on anything else, versus the parents, like having money for your parents to spend, for the parents to spend, but the money should go to the child. And he was basically making inferences to that. So I'm not too sure if that had anything to do with them falling out, if this was some type of ploy stemming from previous issues, that he just says, you know what, I'm cutting the plug on you. I'm basically, to a certain point, and I have the video, I'm gonna play the video for you guys. She's basically responding, and not a he made a decision, right? So of course he says in his mind, this is him thinking this is a beautiful young lady. He wants to procreate with this young lady, and I believe they do have a child that came from this union. And he decides, you know what, I'm pulling the plug. That's where I see an issue at. And that's kind of why I want to speak on the topic, because it's like, how do you feel about that? Is it okay? And I got the video. Maybe I'll clip it in there too. It's like a little picture. I believe it's something that he posted, and it just has like every rapper that he believes she's been with, and it's lengthy. That could lead to all type of conversation. And then you just put that out there, and she has a base. She has a following on Instagram. He also has a following through his rap music, Instagram. And that is going to tarnish or negatively affect her public image that she's trying to uphold and create herself, right? But you as a person, what do you gain from this? Right? Can you prove this? Right? Is this something that can be proven? Can you articulate this? But this is an assumption at this point, because she puts a video out, and I'll play the video for you guys.
You thought you was doing something. That's the thing. A nigga thought he was doing something, trying to blast me, like making up shit. Like, hey, if I did it, I'll walk in my truth and say it. The fuck? I used to dance. So I danced for a lot of celebrities. That don't mean that I fucking fucked them. That was never my MO. I don't give a fuck. I wanted my money, and that's it. It's a wrap. Give me my paper. I'm out after dancing. Cool. Like, don't drag people into shit. You got people from left, right, front, and center that literally ain't do shit to you. Ain't never been in...
He's hurt, y'all. He's hurt. I'm not gonna lie, some of them people try to talk to me, but did I sleep with all them people? No.
That's just a small clip, but what I'm getting from this is basically he commits to a relationship with this young lady who he once was attracted to, in love with, however you want to say it. But then all of a sudden it stops, and he doesn't want any more, or he doesn't want to carry the responsibility that relationship carries, for reasons he just listed on his social media, right? He's basically saying infidelity on her part, and that's what he's saying to the public. But you saw that she came on and she basically said that, well, she didn't sleep with all those guys. So really interesting to me. Now, maybe some of the guys, or she referred to her lifestyle where she used to dance prior to being with him. And he's a celebrity. Well, he's a known rapper, but he's not like really known. I think he has an interview on No Jumper, but I don't believe he's getting any radio play. He has a song out with was it OG That Mexican or whatever, that I think I did a video on him not too long ago. But he has music maybe like with Sauce Walker and that Mexican, OG Mexican, I think that's the way he says his name. I keep forgetting it. But it's like in situations like that, you really have to look and see, is this someone that you want to be with? And seriously, and if so, for how long? Is it someone that you could potentially see yourself marrying? Or is it someone that, or is it a situation where you guys are really more or less roommates and you're meandering around and just kind of whatever really happens, then that you guys deal with it in the relationship, and things that may come from it, whether that is kids, other engagements like a house, and big ticket items that could possibly tie you guys together. It's those type of things you need to talk about prior to, because you have a situation like this, and nobody's perfect. Of course there's gonna be breakups. Every marriage is not gonna be, or every union is not going to work out completely, right? But you have situations like this happen, and it's a kid involved, and I'm not saying that that's going to stop individuals from like continuing to talk to either one of these two. It's not going to stop, especially with their level of success. Very popular, but it's just one of those situations where it's like, that is the only key component, because you see it like far too often. It's like, it's one of those rhetorical questions. It's like situations like this is still taking place because people are just getting together to be together. And it's like, yeah, probably not a bad guy, right? Maybe some health issues that he's taking care of. And, the young lady, obviously, beautiful. She has a kid with him that she's produced. And it's like, it's almost sad, right? She's giving this guy a kid, and he doesn't even want to be with her now because he's come to himself and he's realized she's been with all these other guys, and the spark's not there. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at this young lady, and it's like, you ever seen The Mask? It's like, what's that little mask thing, right? When like the guy's eyes pop out. Right? Beautiful chick, young lady's beautiful, right? She got pictures on her IG. They're kissing. They're holding their child together. They're in love. But then he has flashes of this, and he's like, man, And she makes the video, and she's like, I haven't even been with all. Every time he thinks of it, he just adds another guy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how traumatizing it is to him, right? And sooner than later, they may come to the conclusion that he just made this whole thing up. Maybe it's cold feet. I don't know, right? But you see situations like this happen, and yes, she was a dancer. She says she was a dancer, so maybe that's something that he just has in his, he has on his mind. He's thinking about that all the time, and it's like, well, sometimes you have to be the adult and make executive decisions when you see a attractive young lady, and you gotta and she did say, like, she hinted to, like, maybe he was fronting to where, like, he had the money to where he could take care of her. And you see, that's another thing. You can't be fronting like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to be able to take care of your partner and yourself and your kid. And you have to be able to do that and with a certain comfortability where you comfortable, and you're gonna have some left at the end of the month. You're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have to be worried about. Okay, I'll say this. I'll just say this. You have to be, put together to a certain degree, because I don't even think he's gotten radio play. Right? He has some music that bangs, but it's like maybe he has gotten radio play, but his career hasn't really taken off. And you see this time, and you see it all the time, right? And you've even heard stories of how people, didn't make it the first time, right? Didn't make it the first time because they were laden with all this baggage. And I don't want to just keep going on about this, but this is something that's just going to continue. It's going to be reoccurring. You're going to continue to see stories like this. You're going to continue to see breakups, and it's like, it's sad because that chick is hot and he has a kid with her, but he cannot bring himself to stay in that relationship. Right? That is terrible. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's sad. You have a child with this lady, and she's hot. Period. But you can't bring yourself to be with her because, these listless guys that she's been with. But that's what I got for you. Peace. I'm out.